Here we are, part 3. If you've been here since the start, you'll know what this is about. If not, I'll put the links in the description below. Have a look, then come back. This will be a long video, so grab a drink and get some food. Let's do this. As always, spoilers ahead, you've been warned. I think Birkin 3 is a pretty sweet boss fight. It has everything a Resident Evil boss could ask for. Plenty of ammo pickups, a huge hulking monster, and a big enough but small at the same time arena to fight in. Because of these, I have no plan to change the Birkin 3 fight. I think it's pretty good. But there is one incredibly glaring narrative inconsistency that a lot of people have picked up on, and that is Annette's appearance. When you first encounter Birkin 3 in Leon and Claire A, Annette will emerge from the door, fire 2 acid rounds at Birkin 2, incapacitates him, and gets injured. But in Claire and Leon B, Annette appears from the same door again, fire 2 acid rounds at Birkin 2 again, incapacitates him again, and gets injured again. What? Am I supposed to believe that after Claire A fought Birkin 3, it mutated back into Birkin 2, jumps up into the ceiling, repairs the ceiling, and wait for Leon B to come by? And what about Annette? She gives Sherry the devil antidote, magically heals her own wound, then wait for Leon B to initiate the Birkin 3 fight again? No, that's just... No, come on. I've read about the explanation that Annette faked her death to Sherry in order to get them to leave and went back to help Leon after, then explained the lack of bloodstains on her clothes, and the fact that she's injured. I find it incredibly disingenuous for Annette to fake death in front of her own daughter after she said she's sorry for everything. If she's going to die, make it worth something, such as one last goodbye to her own daughter after realizing what a terrible mother she's been. I think it's safe to say that this entire segment makes no sense. But whatever, we're way beyond the remake story now. Here are my changes. It will start before the Birkin 3 fight. When Claire inserts Sherry's pendant and obtains the devil cure, Leon will enter the room behind her. The two will share a moment. Leon will explain his situation with an quote-unquote FBI agent, and now he needs to bring the G-Virus sample as evidence. And Claire will explain her situation with Sherry and the need for a cure. Soon as Leon picks up the G-Virus, the self-destruct message will play, and the two will leave together. One thing I really think Capcom missed is the interaction between Leon and Claire. In the original game, they have quite a few interactions between short scenes and radio calls. This remake could have been the perfect opportunity for them to meet up a few times, interact and flesh out their relationship as two unlikely strangers that met in a world-ending situation. But nope, they meet at the RPD once, on the lab monitor screen once, and the final cutscene. That is all. It's such a missed opportunity, man. I'm telling you that. They could have met in the STARS office just like in the original game, instead of a cheap written note. Claire A or Leon A could have messaged the other one via radio that the gate to the underground parking lot of the RPD can be opened with a keycard, and that it can get them out of the precinct. I'm pretty sure they both have a radio. If not, a quick scene change at the start of the game can be done. When Leon and Claire ride the police car into Raccoon City, Claire will open the glove box of the police car to find a walkie-talkie. Leon will tell her to keep it since he already has one so they can stay in touch. A nod to the original RE2 where Claire finds a pistol in a glove box instead. Anyways, Leon and Claire will arrive at the Birkin 3 boss fight arena. The same scene will play out where Birkin 2 drops down. Leon and Claire will both aim their gun at him. Annette will appear from the door and fire 2 acid rounds to incapacitate Birkin 2. As they examine him, Birkin 2 will wake up and injure Annette and mutate into Birkin 3. And here is where my changes come in. For Claire A, she will do exactly the same thing in her run, with some dialogue changes. Claire gives the devil cure to Annette. Take this to Sherry in the security office. She needs you right now. Claire activates a platform to lower it, then jump down to face Birkin 3. Claire, what are you doing? Please take Annette to Sherry and protect both of them for me. You can't fight this thing alone. What are you thinking? For Sherry, I have a pretty damn good idea. God damn it, Claire. Please, Leon. You're an officer of the law. To serve and protect is your job. Right now, there's an injured woman and her dying daughter that needs your help. So help them. Leon hesitates for a second. Alright, leave them to me. Leon walks over to help Annette up on her feet. But I better see you again once this is over. You hear me? Trust me. Claire turns back to look at Birkin 3. This ends now, asshole. And cue boss fight. Remember back in part 1 where I mentioned why I picked Claire A and Leon B as canon in this revision of the story? Well, this dialogue exchange emphasized my second reason. 1. It shows how fearless and badass of a woman Claire is. At this point in time, her mind is less about herself and more about the safety of Sherry. And I think this truly shows how deep she cares about Sherry. Not as a little girl that needs saving, but as a younger sister, as family, even though they only met for less than a day. 2. It gives Leon a sense of duty and purpose as a police officer. This is Leon's first day on the job, and he never got to do the things that an officer is meant to do, which is to protect and serve. By forcing him away with Annette, we give Leon a purpose. After the boss fight, Claire will return to the security room to check up on Sherry. On the way back, she can mutter something like, "On my way, Sherry, please be alright," further showing her concern for Sherry's well-being. Once she returned to the security office, she sees nothing but Annette's dead body. Then on the monitor in the room, Leon will appear. They have an exchange and Claire will proceed to the central elevator. And that's it for the Claire exchange in this part of the game. For Leon B, he wouldn't fight Birkin 3 at all. Instead, like Claire said, he will help Annette onto her feet and guide her out of the lab wing towards the central elevator expanse. Before they arrive though, I'd like to add a dialogue between Leon and Annette during the remake to this segment. The dialogue when Leon asks who is William, Annette tells Leon everything she knows, who Ada really is, and what she'll do once she gets the G-Virus sample. Leon doesn't believe Annette, but now he doubts Ada. Once they arrive at the giant elevator expanse, he will see Ada limping towards the central elevator. Activates it with her EMF device, then limp towards Leon and Annette. The dialogue here will largely remain the same, with a few additions like the scenario before. Good job apprehending the suspect, Leon. Tell me you got the sample as well. Oh, I got it. But before I hand it over, I need to ask you something. Leon gently let Annette stand on her own and put himself between her and Ada. Annette here tells me you're not FBI. And you believe her? Then tell me who you really are. Leon pauses for a second. Tell me I can trust you. Ada sighs and shakes her head. Oh, Leon. Ada draws her pistol and aims at Leon. Why can't you just be a nice guy and hand over the sample? Because. Leon draws his gun and points at Ada. I trusted you, and you used me. I really hope this wouldn't end up like this. So that's it, huh? I'm just a pawn to you? Look, I'm just doing my job. And I'm doing mine, so drop your damn gun. I'm taking you in. Hand over the sample, Leon. I don't want to shoot. Leon and Ada stares at each other for a few seconds. Then the door leading to the west wing opens and Mr. X steps out from it. He sees a group and now stomps towards them. Oh shit, it's him again! Ada turns to see Mr. X, followed by a loud gunshot. Annette used this opportunity to shoot Ada at the back of her shoulder, then clutches her wound and falls down, still conscious. Mr. X closes in. Ada and Leon open fire at Mr. X. He will punch Ada out of the way. She tumbles over the railing and is now hanging on for her life. Mr. X grabs Leon by the neck and raises him off the ground. Annette shoots Mr. X on the head. He drops Leon. Leon shoots Mr. X on the head until he takes a knee. After this, Leon runs over to Ada, trying to pull her up. Hold on, I think I can. Forget it, it will wake up soon. You don't have much time. Shut up, I got you. It's not worth it. Ada looks down into the abyss, then back at Leon. Don't do this. Take care of yourself, Leon.
No!
Leon looks at the abyss for a few more seconds, then stands up and goes over to Annette. Come on, we have to go. Annette nods and the two walks towards the security office, when suddenly they heard footsteps from behind them. Mr. X has woken up. Oh shit, run! Leon let go of Annette. Get out of here! You can't kill it! I know, but I can buy you time. Just get to your daughter. Annette turns and limps away. Alright, you freak. Let's go. This entire exchange hopefully addresses the inconsistency of Annette's presence in this part of the game. Now the story flows more naturally. Claire and Leon shares moment before they split up again. Claire shows the tough as nails side of her character, retaining Ada and Leon almost the same way as the remake. Leon shows his bravery as an officer as he covers for Annette against Mr. X. And Annette is able to cure Sherry without all the story inconsistency. This Mr. X fight will be a mini-boss of some sort. Nothing new. Mr. X will function exactly the way he is the whole game as he stalks you. Except this time, you have to put him down to prevent him from following you to Annette and Sherry. The purpose of this change is the same as the second G-Adult fight, to put a twist in an existing formula. Up until this point, players will have been avoiding any confrontation against Mr. X because it's really pointless to try and put him down as he only stays down for half a minute. Now for this fight, the game forces the player to put Mr. X down, challenging them in a rather small arena, against players' skill to balance between shooting and dodging attacks. And by the end, you'll feel good putting him down as payback for all the heart attack this guy cost you this whole game. After Leon dealt enough damage to Mr. X, a cutscene will play. Mr. X will grab Leon by the neck once again, and this time Leon reacts quickly and pepper his face with bullets. Mr. X will fling Leon against the elevator wall and fumbles around, ultimately tripping over the railing and falls down to the abyss. This scene should sound pretty familiar to people that played the original. When Leon is flung against the wall, the impact will cause the G-Virus sample to pop out of his pocket. He tries to catch it but to no avail, and it falls down the abyss. Leon now does not have the sample anymore. This is to address how Leon dropped the sample when the platform gave away and he stumbles trying to rescue Ada, dropping it in the process. Next, Leon returns to the security office and sees Annette beside the still unconscious Sherry, and the scene goes as follows. Leon enters the room and runs over to the bed, where Annette lays unconscious beside Sherry, who is wearing Claire's jacket. Sherry wakes up and looks over to Leon. "You must be Sherry. My name's Leon, a friend of Claire." "Where's Claire?" "She's taking care of something and told me to check up on you first. She will catch up later." Sherry sees Leon's officer patch on his arm and the acronym RPD on his vest. "Are you a police officer?" "I am, and I'm here to help you." Sherry and Leon shares a smile. "My mom needs help." Leon puts his hands on Annette's shoulder and she wakes up. "Oh, Sherry, how are you feeling?" "I'm okay. You don't look so good." Annette clutches her wound in pain, points at the medical screen beside the bed. "Look." "Oh, thank God. She's free of the G-Virus." "Really?" "She'll be a bit weak for now, but yes." Annette smiles at them both. "That's fantastic news." Leon lightly pats Sherry on the shoulder. Annette clutches her wound again in even more pain, now wheezing as if she's out of breath and falls to the ground. "What happened to her?" "She was injured by that monster. Don't worry about me." Annette breathes irregularly for a bit and looks at Leon. "Please take my daughter to safety." Leon nods firmly. "You have my word." Annette looks over to Sherry and holds her hand. "I'm so sorry, Sherry, for being a terrible mother, and for everything. We have to help her." "Leave it to me." Leon tries to lift Annette up when suddenly the lab shakes violently and a computer voice says over the intercom system,
5 minutes until detonation. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
What does that mean? It's the self-destruct sequence. In case the nest is compromised, it will activate and cannot be stopped. Annette wheezes and grabs Leon's hand. "Please, save my daughter." Annette takes one final deep breath and passes away.
No!
Leon waits for a few seconds. Sherry, I'm sorry. We have to say goodbye to your mom. Time is short and we have to leave." "Sherry, your mom? She loves you. Let's say goodbye, alright?" Sherry looks back at Leon, turns back to Annette, plants a kiss on her cheek, stands up and hugs Leon. "Claire told me this jacket of hers brings luck. She's right. I'm so lucky to have her. And now you." Leon smiles and nods at her. "You can tell her when we see her, but right now we have to hurry, alright?" Leon gives her his hand. "Come on." Sherry accepts it. They both leave the room, arrive at the central elevator, boards it since Ada unlocked it earlier, and rides it down. Leon? "Yeah? Thank you for being so nice and for helping me. And my mom. I'm glad Claire has such a good friend." "No need to thank me. I'm a police officer. Helping people is my job. But I'm glad I met you, Sherry." Sherry smiles. "I'm glad I met you too." They arrive at the monitor room at the bottom of the elevator ride. Leon looks over to a screen and sees Claire back in the security room. He immediately talks into a microphone. "Claire? Claire? Leon? Is Sherry with you?" Sherry leans over to the screen. "Claire? Sherry, are you alright?" "I'm alright, thanks to Leon." "Listen, Claire, there's a train at the bottom of this lab. I'm heading there right now. Get down here quickly." "Got it, I'm on my way." Leon and Sherry exit the monitor room. "Alright, Sherry, stay behind me and don't fall behind, okay? Call if you need help." "Got it." "Alright, let's get out of here." This entire scene addresses how Leon and Sherry met, and how Leon was entrusted by Annette to become Sherry's guardian as they escape. I would go as far as to say that Sherry quickly looks to Leon as a brother figure, the same way she looks to Claire as a sister figure. The short exchange during the elevator ride I think builds their relationship in a meaningful and positive way. And this is it for Boss 3 and the story around it. Quite a long section as the changes were pretty big, but I think I did a good enough job. Leave a comment below and let me know if all these changes sounds good to you. Does changing Claire for Leon guiding Sherry out of the city bother you? Is my reasoning reasonable enough? Any and all criticisms are welcome. Like I said, I'm not a perfect writer. Hell, I don't even consider myself a good writer. All it is take something somebody else already done and tune it my way. No real telling that. This is all I got for now. Tune in the next video where I will address the final boss encounter of this remake. So I will see you guys then.